right now. Do give a like on the video. I am just kind of semi-waiting for the sound to come through to make sure it's all okay. But do give a like on the video to help boost it out. But this Mars and Venus conjunction is coming up, and it's deeper than love. It's deeper than love. So, is the sound coming through? Yeah. It's working. The sound works. But welcome everybody. My name is Kalita Celia if you're new, and it's the month of love anyway, but I'm a little screwed when it comes to that, but it's okay. But I am a real angel and a mother, and I do dabble in crypto, so do make sure that, oops, the sound, you check out my Crypto Angles podcast, where we combine astrology of the sky with the crypto market, because X marks the spot. But we're not talking about money today. A little bit, but not a lot. But yeah, welcome. So I use over here astrology of the sky. So we're using the actual visible sky. We're not using mainstream tropical astrology. If you are new, you need to check out the luminary positions for yourself. If you don't know, mainstream Western tropical astrology is off by a few degrees. I personally feel that was done purposely because it takes us off center from who we actually are. So that's why astrology happens in the sky, doesn't it? That's why I pay attention to the motherfucking sky. And you'll see for yourself that what mainstream tropical astrology is saying isn't happening above our head. So do check that out, but never believe me what I'm saying. See for yourself. Either grab a calendar or Google it, and I'm going to show you today in this video what I use, one of the sites that I use to see the actual visible sky. So anyway, without further ado, we're going to get into what this Venus conjunction may bring about for us in our life. I feel it will be quite potent and powerful. I generally do. And then after that, if I feel called, we may tap into some tarot to kind of just double clarify what these energies of Venus and Mars conjunct, what they may bring. But with that being said, little bear, go to the side. Don't need you anymore. So, grab a calendar, people, if you want. Anyway, if you use code LUMIN10 at discount, can you see all of this? Is that a bit better? If you use code LUMIN10, it does say Venus and Mars, but I'm trying to be in the camera too. Maybe I'll be like this. You can get 10% off of this calendar, so treat yourself. But we're not in this calendar yet. We're still in this one. So let me show you, because this goes up until March. Let me actually show you where Venus and Mars is, because again, if you subscribe to mainstream tropical astrology, it will be saying most likely they're in Aquarius, or maybe the end of Capricorn, I don't know. But according to the visible sky, as you can see, we're getting a transit, Mars going into Capricorn, and then Venus going into Capricorn this cycle. Okay, so the upcoming cycle that's happening, the transits are happening. So what does that mean? Let me just write this on the board. What shall I use? Shall I use pink? Because, you know. Is this also low? I feel like there's a lot of space up there, but I'll put it as high as I could. So, Venus and Mars in Capricorn, and why I feel it will be so, like, potent. So I'm just going to put it on the board so we can see. It's actually Mars that enters Capricorn first, so it goes in on the 13th. And then Venus enters on the 16th. So what does this mean? Basically, Mars enters first, but Venus, and by the way, Venus is super noticeable in the sky. She's the brightest star, and she's hard to miss. So, but the sun is still close to Capricorn, so maybe during the sunset you may be able to see it just in the sunset, so do keep an eye out for that. And Mars is very reddish in color. He's also very noticeable, so as long as the sun isn't hiding them away, you could potentially see with your own eyes Venus and Mars getting close together, and that's just so beautiful to be able to identify these in the sky above. Okay, so basically this conjunction means that they're coming together. They are coming together, and I find this wild. While I get this up so I can show you on the site that I look at as well, but let me show you on my laptop if you can see. Hopefully you can see. So I mainly use the Stellarium app on my phone, but of course, because I'm using my phone, I can't show you it. But this is the other site that I use. Please don't judge the tabs. So I want you to pay attention to where Venus is. Can you see Venus here? And you can also see Mars. Now, if you look closely, here is the Capricorn constellation. Mercury's there as well. And you know this because it says cap, like not no cap, but Capricorn. So you can see this is the date. It's the 10th today. Is that showing up? It is the 10th. So right now, Venus is at the end of Sagittarius. Literally right now in the sky. This is called the sky live. So do check that. I think this is showing up backwards, possibly, I don't know, but it's called the sky live, and you can see that. And what's going to happen when Venus moves, when they enter into Capricorn, Venus is going to just catch up to Mars, because Mars moves slower in the sky and Venus moves a bit quicker. So Venus is going to catch up to Mars, she's going to sit on top of him, and then she's going to move forward and Mars will be behind. So for a while, Venus has been behind Mars, and basically, Venus was about to catch up to Mars round about end of summer, but then she retrograded. So that retrograde brought her back, and then now she's finally officially catching up with Mars, her official lover. And again, I don't know if anyone has been like involved in astrology a lot, but when it came to last year, yeah, the beginning of 2023, we were told, oh, we're having this Venus and Mars conjunction within mainstream astrology. We were told that. And what happened during that time? Russia and Ukraine went to war. Okay, Russia and Ukraine went to war. Now, that was based on mainstream tropical Western astrology. And then on the world stage, Russia went to war. So this is why we're not just talking about love. We're not just talking about love here. We're going to cover some other potential things that could come up at this time. So when it comes to Venus, we're going to break both of these two luminaries down, and then we'll synchronize them together. But when it comes to Venus, Venus represents the material reality. It's all of your six senses: sight, touch, taste, hearing, smell, as well as your intuition. So it represents the entire material reality. It represents your values within the material reality, which makes you want to use your six senses to interact with your hologram. Okay, so that is the umbrella of Venus. So it covers everything physical. It does also cover money and love as well, and we will be getting into those too. So Mars represents your drive and your passion. So it's very passionate. It has that drive within it. It's that fire element, that burning passion within you, basically. And this passion combined with Venus, Venus being all about the material, so it does cover your pleasures as well. How are you pleasing yourself within your six senses? Okay, when it comes to what you find valuable within your six senses, what you want to interact with in the material reality, your drive and your passion is going to be burning strong for it. It's going to be burning so strong. Okay? Yeah, it's going to be burning strong. And as I said last year, this didn't happen. It didn't happen. Venus and Mars in the sky weren't close to each other. So when mainstream tropical astrology was saying, oh, this Venus and Mars conjunction, was it really happening? But what happened on the world stage was Russia and Ukraine went to war. So Both of them are in Capricorn. So what's this Capricorn energy? And we'll synchronize it all together. But Capricorn is stability. It's setting foundations for your long-term goal. Okay, that is all about Capricorn. And hi everyone who's come. Hi, please if you can give a like on the video to push it out. But Capricorn represents these long-term goals in your stability and foundations. So when it comes to your drive and your passion, when it comes to what you find valuable that you want to interact with it in your physical reality, it's all about this new foundation that's coming in. Now, if you have been watching any of my energy updates, or if you watched like how the luminaries support you throughout the month of February, it is only available on Patreon now, but it was on YouTube for a little longer than 48 hours. But I'll tag it below afterwards. But basically, a lot about foundations was coming up. Even before February kicked in, I was like, okay, I'm seeing foundations, new foundations kicking in. We have also entered the year of the dragon. We've entered the year of the dragon now, the Chinese zodiac year of the dragon. And if you watched my universal, the numerology of 2024, a lot about new foundations happening, because 2024, to summarize, 2024, we'll use another color, orange. Can you see it down here? Let's just see it for a little bit. Stay there, calendars. So 2, 2, 4 equals 8, basically. So we're getting that energy. I break it much more down in the other video, so I'll tag it after the end of this. But ultimately, 8 is what? It's the toroidal field. Let me put it here. It's basically the toroidal field. Number 8. Tissue, so I can wipe off the board when I need to. So this toroidal field, ultimately within the year of 2024, is the toroidal field is how you is the technology used to draw experiences to you for you to interact with it. So that is your toroidal field. It's your aura, basically. So we're attracting new things. We are beginning to attract new things in the year of 2024. It's also the year of the dragon. The dragon is the phoenix rising, basically. It's phoenix rising energy. So this phoenix rising, this transformation, is getting ready to attract new things in 2024 anyway, with this toroidal field coming through. Okay, and this new toroidal field, which we're already pretty much in the energies of, and because we're in the energy of the year of the dragon, this phoenix rising within, this kundalini energy, or this Christ chrism oil, depending on your point of view, is all activating. Why? To set these foundations. Now, we've already been operating through the lens of the foundations, because the sun enters Aquarius according to the visible sky on the 17th of February. So right now the sun is actually still in Capricorn. And was it even on here? Yeah, you know what, I'll show you, as well as the calendar. So this calendar is in full alignment with the visible sky, and of course the new one. But let me show you on the sky live, because no gas, we're showing receipts. So as you can see, again, for those who have just joined, this is the Sky Live. You can Google it. The date at the bottom is the 10th of February. Is that picking it up? It's not really picking up the date, but it's the date right now. You can see the sun. Where is the sun? We're still in Cap. It's literally right by Cap, and it has to pass that to then get into Aquarius. Okay, so ultimately the sun anyway represents our ego. Now many people say ignore the ego, don't listen to the ego, quiet the ego. The ego is necessary. So I'm going like this, but the mic's here. The ego is 100% necessary. It is the technology needed for us to interact with our hologram. So ultimately, since January, our ego, the lens we were kind of seeing reality through, as that's the sun technology, was based on this Capricorn energy of long-term goals, stability, foundations for your long-term goals. And now catching up with how we've been perceiving reality, our drive and our passion, that burning passion within us, is catching up, as well as what we find valuable and how we truly want to interact with our reality. It's all catching up in this Capricorn energy. This big transformation with the 8 energy 2024 to alter our toroidal field to attract new experiences to us. And we're getting this renewed like passion when it comes to what we find valuable in the material reality. Okay, it's all coming through. So what type of things could come up with that? Of course, I'm going to start with the first common one as Bear comes back, but the first common one being love. And then we'll get into the more exciting things. But love. So when it comes to love, and ironically, this is happening in February of Cupid's time. And I'm sure Cupid was a demon anyway. Was Cupid a demon? I don't even know. But obviously some pagan shit. But anyway, it's kind of like presented on the world stage as the month of love, February 14th, blah, blah, blah. So, oh gosh, I've lost my train of thought. Love, yeah. When it comes to love anyway, naturally, the way people will be feeling, because as I says, these are nature, it's the sky, it's the luminaries. We are light, fractalized, and then densified into matter through the periodic table of elements. So it's these chemical reactions within us that is in alignment with nature. That's how I perceive it, and that's why I see it as technology. So ultimately, if you are naturally feeling this, I always say don't make anything force, just see how you naturally feel and how it all goes. Okay. But ultimately, the way you love, based on love, you are going to be focused on what's truly valuable. Let me move there. What's truly valuable with this stability. So when it comes to love, you may naturally only be focused on what is long term, what is long term, and people who can bring in stability for you. And in alignment with that, your drive and your passion, this burning passion, will accompany that. Basically, it will accompany it. So it's like this burning desire to just like, okay, it's something long term I just naturally want right now. It's something long term. You may feel super passionate. Oh gosh, confirmation burp. But you may feel super passionate about this long term goal or this long term love partnership that can bring about solid foundations for you. Okay, like I'm seeing, if people are wobbly when it comes to relationships, romantic relationships for this segment, you probably just won't even be interested. Now, if you are already in a relationship, be prepared potentially for um like a reignited spark, a reignited passion, like confirming long-term goals with your partner, just like, yep, this is what I want, this is where I'd like to go. So do keep in mind with that when it comes to love. Now, I do want to say, though Mars enters Capricorn on the 13th of February 2024, Venus enters on the 16th, so we're going to be naturally like feeling energies from then. It may have slowly come in now, but we'll naturally be feeling these energies from then. However, when Venus finally catches up to Mars and she sits on top of him and then she passes him, is happening on the 21st to the 22nd, and then she's going to begin to pass him. So though these energies may start coming up during this cycle, as they enter this cycle, basically keep in mind what's happening for the next 2 cycles, because as Mercury enters Aquarius, is happening then when they actually conjunct and pass each other, when Venus passes. So from now, basically from now up until they're still going to be pretty close until Venus just passes Mars, of course, but basically from now up until the next cycle, and I'm going to say conservatively till the end of February, going into the beginning of March. Pay attention to what comes up for you naturally in terms of what you find valuable. Sorry if that went on the mic. What you found valuable, or what you find valuable within your material reality, what you want to use your six senses to interact with. Pay attention to what comes up. What do you want to do? What do you want to experience? What do you want to taste? What do you want to hear? And what's your passion towards that? And of course, this could come along with a person, whether your partner and everything gets extra spicy, or a new person that comes in. But I do want to touch on more of the important things. And I'm not gonna lie, it is important. Your partner is important, but I'm a singleton, so I'm a little bitter. But anyway, as I mentioned with Venus and Mars, when it was conjunct on the world stage, when it was conjunct on the world stage last year, and as I says, I don't believe it was conjunct, definitely not in the sky. It would have said it on the circle drawing for mainstream astrology, but above our head it wasn't happening. But what did the world stage do? Russia and Ukraine went to war. So I want to bring your awareness from like yourself and potential love to what could happen on the world stage during this time. We all know 2024 is gonna be a wild one. It's gonna be a wild one. Why? Because we have a pen. Because we have, let me just move you. I'll wipe off this. No, I'm not gonna wipe it off. But we have can you see this corner? I can't see because the mic's in the way. Yeah, you can kind of see down here. Let me get rid of this 8. But 2024 is going to be a wild one, mainly because we've got Pluto. I drew Pluto completely wrong. Pluto has gone into Capricorn. Okay, so Pluto has gone into Capricorn. So that alone, without even knowing what's happening on the world stage, I could see shit's going to happen in 2024. Okay, because Pluto is the luminary or planet, whatever you subscribe to, the star of death and transformation. Death and transformation. It is known as the god of the underworld. So you can't even see that. Let me move the mic. There we go. It's known as the god of the underworld. So it's all about transformation, this Pluto energy. So ultimately, in your own life as well as the whole collective, we're transforming. And where are we transforming? Capricorn energy. We're transforming in the Capricorn energy. And again, if you did not know this, we use the visible sky. And you know, I'm gonna show you the receipts. Let me type it in, Pluto. And I'm going to show you. It was there. It was there. But as you can see, oh, where my mouse is hovering, Pluto, see, it's right there. Where is it? It's literally entering Capricorn. So Capricorn is here. Capricorn is here. Pluto is there. Okay? So I'm not gassing. I'm not gassing. I'm not just throwing things out of my arse. Pluto is literally at the start of Capricorn, the Capricorn constellation right now. It's not in Aquarius that mainstream astrology is saying. This is what's happening above our head. Okay? So Pluto, as I just shown you, is in Capricorn. So the foundation of your own life as well as the collective is transforming. So basically, Pluto's only desire is to give you what you want. It does not care about anything else. It's like, okay, this is what we're after. We're doing it. So it will bring experiences to you which gives you the opportunity. You don't have to take it if you don't want to, but then you won't transform. It will give you the opportunity for you to transform through that experience. So it's not like the easiest luminary to work with, because it's change, it's transformation, so it can be quite painful. But ultimately, transformation is happening with the stability and foundation of your entire life. Okay? Transformation in your foundation. And this foundation will impact your long-term goals. Okay? Not just your life, but the collective as well. This is why so many things have we're tired of the outdated systems, the schooling system, the education schooling system. We're tired of how much we have to pay. Like literally all the bills, all the, it's just like, what's going on? They're increasing so many things, and we're tired of it. We're tired of the old structure of our reality. This is where Pluto's coming in the sky naturally. So when it comes to all of these old stuff, it's getting ready to go, because the old needs to be teared down for the transformation to begin. Okay? So again, this is why in the year of 2024, we've got the 8, which is the toroidal field, our energy field. This is not only your own individual energy field, but it is the collective as well. So the whole collective is getting ready to attract new experiences to us. Pluto. But before that attraction can really happen, the old has to be washed away. And this is why I feel 2024 may just be an interesting one. Not only that, but it being a leap year, and the last leap year we had was the scamdemic plandemic, with these jab thingies and these mask coverings and all of that. So it's another 4 years. What will happen? But I feel whatever ashes come about, this is where, being in the year of the dragon, we're synchronizing all the information here together. So I do hope you find it valuable, and do give a like on the video if you do. But this is where the old needs to be teared down for this phoenix energy to truly rise. So yeah, keep that in mind. But as I says, we're based on a lot of changing the foundation of where we are with Pluto. We're transforming through that. So this is where Venus and Mars, them conjuncting, is kind of like, energy wise, like this amplification of it. And this is why I see it's important. It's important, eh? So it's this amplification. And even though, so I've covered just general love, the collective, and what may happen. So last year on the world stage, Russia and Ukraine went to war. So this is because you've got this Mars energy. It's like, this is what I'm passionate about, blah blah blah. So ultimately I'm seeing potential catastrophe happening on the world stage. I shouldn't even laugh, but don't be surprised if something just happens on the world stage during this energy, going into like end of winter, spring. Basically, if anything happens on the world stage that they want to draw your attention to, but don't pay attention to it, it's an act on the world stage. What I want to bring attention to, the most important part, is you. So it's not love, it's not another person, it's you. When it comes to what you find valuable in the material, and your drive and your passion towards that, something that will set a foundation for your long-term goal. So this is your own unique idea. This is what you are naturally passionate about. And this passion, this drive that you have, you truly want it to be involved in the material. You want to experience this passion, this drive, with your 6 senses. And as I says, as they're getting close together, they're conjuncting to give this energetic spark, this amplification, to ripple out, to help with this toroidal field, to help with this, the beginning of this transformation, I have to say, trust yourself. If you've had your own unique idea, if you wanted to go in a certain career path, job path, if you had your own project, a product, or anything like that, I generally feel we may be getting a new, like this amplified spark when it comes to it, okay? And ultimately, this unique idea that you've got, will help lay not only the foundation, the stable foundation for your own life, but also it will help the collective as well, especially if it's something that you're choosing to kind of give. Yeah, so I want to say, what have you been spending a lot of time on from like this whole year and like not this year, 2023 and even 2022? What have you naturally been spending a lot of your time on? Why am I bringing that up? Because can you see this? Saturn is in Aquarius, and Saturn is known as Father Time. So this is where, especially if you feel like you've been spending a lot of time on something but you've not been seeing much results in that area, this is because Saturn, known as the father of time, is this father energy. You have to show up consistently. You need to be disciplined, consistent in what you're doing. And then Saturn's like, okay, let me reward you. So that's on a larger scale when it comes to your Saturn return. I feel like my nose is running. Hold on. My nose is running away. My daughter was like, why does my nose keep running? Like, oh. So basically, if you have felt like, oh gosh, like nothing has really happened, I haven't gone anywhere, but you've still been consistent in what you've done, basically, especially if whatever you've been spending a lot of your time on, being in this Aquarius energy, your own unique idea, this is why I feel your passion and what you find valuable within the material reality to set these foundations is in alignment with what you've naturally been spending a lot of time on, your own unique idea, what you've been consistently showing up for, even if no one heard you or no one's seen you. Okay? And especially if you've been feeling like, how can I put it, a bit discouraged and stuff at times, because you're just like, well, what's going on? Because the consistency needed to be proved. Yeah, but I feel this consistency and everything you've done, a new spark will just amplify when Venus and Mars conjunct, finally. I feel it will, and this amplification will just enhance the stability that you've been working on for a while. Potentially, that's what I'm seeing. So I do want to touch on to money as well, because I do my Crypto Angles podcast, and I am going to talk about it again then, so I won't talk about it for too long. And the next one's out tomorrow, by the way, so do check it out. I found some interesting things. What was I looking at? Oh shit, damn, what was it? I found some really interesting things with that, but never mind, it's gone out of my head. When it comes to money, crypto specifically. Now, if you've been paying attention to the charts, Bitcoin has risen to 47k again, and it's hovering at 47k. Can I show you? It is just hovering right there at 47k. So, but why am I seeing that that's just not, it could potentially be a bull trap in alignment with these energies? Because I did mention it before. I will quickly show you. So, on the charts, if you pay attention to just this white number here, oh, is it focusing? You can't see, but if you were following the charts, it reached about 47 and then it's back at it again after going down. Why this potentially could be a bull trap or anything like that, because we're in the energies. Venus, as it does represent money, the material, it is high up in there, but it's in Capricorn. So the reason price has gone up is because we had a new moon yesterday. So we had a new moon, and new moon's price likes to find its resistance. But we're in this Capricorn energy, and price needs to eventually find its support. But this Capricorn energy is very slow moving. It's very slow moving, and it's about setting the foundations for stability. So this is why, even though price has gone up, don't be shocked if we get a deeper correction. Don't be shocked if we get a deeper correction, because I'm still seeing potential lower opportunities to get into crypto. Confirmation burp, yeah, but of course this is not financial advice. I'm not giving fine, and I'm not a financial advisor, but that's kind of what I'm seeing. Even if people may get excited, like, oh my gosh, it's gone up, but then they may get discouraged because it eventually goes down. But there's no need, because we've got this Capricorn energy, this slow earth moving energy, and even if it's potentially gone down, ultimately it's laying the foundation, the structural support to go further. So yeah, keep that in mind when it comes to crypto anyway. But do let me know your thoughts with this Venus in Capricorn energy, Mars in Capricorn energy. I'm generally feeling, as I says, when it comes to love, when it comes to your own personal project, when it comes to the world stage and what's happening on there, there's going to be a lot of passion involved. There's going to be a lot of passion. So if you notice so many people are just super passionate about certain things, whether that's on TikTok, YouTube, sharing whatever, if something happens on the world stage, whether that's more war, because we all know is Palestine or whatever still going to war, like, I don't know, there's talks of World War III, it's whatever. Pay no attention to what happens on the world stage is my best advice, personally, and focus on yourself, because that's how energy works. It ripples out from coming within you, and then it amplifies. But let's just get a little tarot energy clarity on this Venus and Mars conjunction. So, and we'll see. Wagwan. So, tarot card thingies. Still after all this time, I do many videos, I'm still just like, tarot though. Still a little bit skeptical. And I think it's good to be skeptical, but blows me away every time. But what's the general energies that's coming through from like mid-February going into March with this Venus and Mars conjunct for the collective? Like, wagwan. What's going on? While I'm shuffling, is anyone in love? Does anyone have a Valentine's date? I don't. I don't have a Valentine's date. No one want me. Only me. Is anyone doing anything? I like it to be 100% clear, not fully flipping. Saw the Ten of Pentacles. But I like it to just come out clearly. No, you're not doing anything. Well, that's absolutely fine. Valentine's Day, what day is it on? It's Wednesday. Just after Mars. Oh, we've got the Page of Pentacles coming out. Can we clarify that? Coming out on Wednesday. What am I doing on Wednesday? Children are with me. I ain't doing nada. Not doing anything. I've not really ever done anything big for Valentine's. Because Cupid is a demon. The moon flipped out in reverse. Interesting. That's really interesting. Just as I says, Cupid is a demon. Can we clarify the moon in reverse? In alignment with this Phoenix Dragon energy of the Year of the Dragon. And, oh, Wheel of Fortune, but it didn't come out properly, so I'm not taking it. I want it to clearly come out. there's no illusions. That's what I'm seeing. When it comes to this Capricorn energy coming in and the foundations are actually setting, there's no illusions coming through because the moon is in reverse. So I feel that that's good. We're going to be clear and passionate on what we truly want in alignment with what's long term. The Two of Pentacles like slid out a bit in reverse, so I feel we're no longer going to be juggling. Especially if you felt like you've been juggling. Where's my book? Oh, it's there. If you felt like you've been juggling, I just want one more clarity cards. Just one more for me. But I feel if you have been feeling like you've been juggling, even with relationships, work, finances, I feel that won't be anymore, because I feel we're in the process of setting foundations. That's kind of what I'm seeing. Thank you for joining me, everyone. I know for some people this may not be a lot, but this video I've had the most live viewers, so thank you. I really appreciate that. Or as my dad says, don't appreciate hate, appreciate love. So I appreciate love it. Oh, you fell on the floor. So we've got the Six of Pentacles. And this is the last one I'm going to do. We have the Devil reverse at the top of the deck. So let's just take a little read. Can that be seen? Let's take a little read of what they are. As I says, I feel the moon will be... There's no illusions. This is what I'm using, by the way. Yeah. So we'll read the Devil and the Moon first, because they're the major arcanas. Sure. You look like my yin yang blanket, by the way. It's pretty cool. The Devil. Where's the Moon? 18. Okay, so the Devil is illusions, ignorance, sexual temptation, materialism, living a lie, thirst for money or power, unconscious reactions, childlike responses, being obsessed, allowing someone to manipulate you, and a limited perspective. Oh, and underneath that we've got the High Priestess, so that's cool. So basically, no illusions are happening at this time, and I feel that clarifies because the moon is in reverse as well. So when it comes to this energy that could be basically going from now into March, illusions aren't happening when it comes to your drive and passion towards your solid foundations, because Mars is actually in Capricorn. Because even though they're going to get this amplification spark, they're still going to be in it. So I feel this energy is lasting longer than March. So March 2024, Venus does exit. But then Mars is still in there. So when it comes to your drive and your passion, in the new calendar, oh my days, we've literally gone for a whole year. But in the new calendar, Mars... Where's Mars? Oh. Did it move in January? Oh gosh, where is it? Was it the end of March? But Mars is still there. I can't even... Oh no, yeah. No, it's still the end of March. I didn't even see it. So March, it moves into Aquarius. So we've basically got up until mid-March. So it's not in the new calendar yet. Side eye bombastic. But we've got up until mid-March for this grounding, long stability energy, when it comes to what you truly want to experience, what you find valuable, and your natural drive and passion. I feel we're going to be moved a lot towards our long-term goals and setting stability for that. And in doing so, there aren't going to be illusions. We're not going to be deceived. we're not going to be childish and just respond quite childish. We're not going to have our limited perspective, because we're in that Capricorn energy of being the goat. We're laying the foundations and we're taking our time with it. No manipulation as well. So I am going to say, when it comes to, especially if anyone is to come in, it's not an illusion. If anyone comes in, and this could be love, or if you're in a relationship, this could be just amplifying your current relationship. And this could also be partnerships, family, not just like romantic. But anyone coming in that kind of aligns with your material values and your drive and your passion, anyone that comes in and they support creating this foundation and stability with your long-term goals, I'm going to comfortably say trust them, because there's no manipulation coming through at this time. From now up until mid-March, there's no manipulation, there's no illusions. Yeah, no illusions. So let's just take another quick look at the moon. 19. So the moon is like fear, self-deceit, warning, illusions again. It's also got trickery, love, affair. So trickster stuff. Unrealistic dreams, feeling lost, worried and apprehensive, but trusting your instincts and intuition. So basically it's in reverse. So again, there won't be any illusions. No fear when it comes to what your foundation you're ready to do. No trickery in love. So if only for people, if you are in a relationship, I'll say trust the new depth of your relationship, trust the new depth of your connections, especially when they're talking about creating stability for the long-term goal. Because there's no trickery in love, you're not being blind to the truth. So excuse me, confirmation, but the way you're moving to set your solid foundations for your long-term goal, you're not blind to that. And there's no worrying. So yeah. And of course we've got Pentacle energy. So let's read that. We've got the Page and the Six of Pentacles. So came up upright. We've got generosity, having, not having, loss, gain, giving, taking, domination, submission, teaching, learning, two sides of the same coin. So it's like giving and taking energy. You're giving, something is coming through to lay these foundations. Are you okay, darling? What's happened? I'll pass it then. And then we also have, sorry. Yes. It's my makeup, sweetheart. Sorry, people. Here you go, love. Where's Sai? You could have asked her. There you go. Okay, careful of the wire. Right. So, Page of Pentacles we have. The Page of Pentacles. Realistic aims, practical approach, focus and progress, proving you're reliable, having a good effect, seeing a window of opportunity. That proving you're reliable just screams out Capricorn loyalty energy right there. Practical approach and realistic aims. So that's why I still want to say, whatever your long-term goal is, your unique idea that's hovering in this Saturn energy at the bottom there, whatever that unique idea that you've been spending a lot of time on, is still realistic. So trust yourself, make no one tell you nothing else. Trust yourself, and ultimately you're moving practical when, yeah, practical movement. You're focused and you're seeing progression. So this is why I think I even mentioned it in my last energy update. Like, there was your material, literally the one I just did on Thursday, your new life is beginning to materialize. So do check that out, because we go through the moon transits that's happening this cycle, literally. So do check that out. But yeah, I'm generally seeing that, and I feel, again, the tarot has clarified all of that. I didn't do my sound bowl to get into the tarot, my bad. But yeah, ultimately, that's what I'm seeing. I am seeing stable foundations being created at this point in time. A amplification of this may happen when Venus and Mars cross over each other, the dance of Venus and Mars, the two lovers. So if love comes in, a renewed passion for your own desires, then trust yourself. If the world stage, and many people are just moving super passionate at this time, focus on yourself. And yeah, but that's kind of what I'm seeing. We are in the energy, as I says, 2024. We're beginning to attract into our new toroidal field, but this toroidal field, being the 8, still needs balance. So this is why we've got this give and take type of energy anyway. We've got give and take, but there's progress happening when it comes to your long-term goals and stability. But yeah, let me know if this resonated or not. If you liked it, I don't know when I'm going to be live again at this point, but I'm going to try and do every other Saturday. If you did like it, please, if you did, give a like on the video. It's super easy to do, and it truly helps me, and I do appreciate those who have stuck till the end. Do grab, of course, this calendar. Do grab it. It's amazing to learn. It's an amazing resource. You can learn all the luminaries, and of course, because we use the visible sky, we do have the extra luminaries at the bottom, as you can see. That's not mentioned in mainstream astrology. We also follow the inner child, so do grab that. And if you wanted to just backdate, and still learn, you can grab this too. This is only going for £2.50. And you can still have 10% off. Move the mic, can you see it? 10% off if you type in Lumin10 at checkout. The link is not fully in the description yet because I didn't do it. So, can you hear that ice cream truck? So as soon as I finish this live, I will put it in the comments, and then I'll do it in the description as well. But thank you so much for joining me. I truly appreciate it. And I'll catch you ideally in my Crypto Angles podcast tomorrow, where we're going to focus even more on the money, the moolah. But with that being said, Angel out. Bye.